I'm scared.
Take out your bullets.
Alright. So we're just gonna... 2 victims. This time, Ibuki and Hiyoko Saionji. Ibuki was a crushed windpipe, choking. There are no other external injuries. Hiyoko... Oh! Blood loss due to her throat being slit. Sharp-edged tool. It appears her death was instant. Okay. I still think that these happened later in the night. I don't think either of these happened as recently as we think they did.
Okay.
Bloodstains on the soles of Ibuki's feet. The rope used for hanging, according to Mikan. There's no doubt that the death was caused by hanging herself. Key to the motel room. It was very deep inside her kimono, so it was pretty difficult to retrieve. Thick scrap of paper that was stuck to the baton lighting. Black curtain at the very back of the music venue. Not wide enough to reach the sides of the stage. It looks like it was brought from the supermarket and was something that was originally here.
That was not
Not something.
It was not here.
On its left side, a slight blood stain on the stepladder. So that would mean I would have seen it if it was there when the recording happened. Because it's on the side that was facing the screen.
Yes.
So that means one of 2 things. Candle, front of the music venue and stage, looks like dim light. Okay. That's the other thing I need to consider. Braillett's camera unit put inside the music venue for it's been smashed. No longer works. AC was cranked up to 86. It was extremely hot because of that. Evidence that a blood stain was wiped off the floor of the music venue. Since Ibuki had no open wounds, it believed the blood belonged to Hiyoko. Strange glob that was stuck to the glue. Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. Ran out of the hospital, so she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. Video Hajime saw at the hospital. It shows a person dressed in a hospital gown, wearing a head bag on their head as they willingly climb a stepladder towards a noose. Fuyuhiko met Mikan in front of the hospital. They split up to search for Ibuki. Can y'all... Sorry, the cats are having crack. They checked the movie theater at Electric Avenue, but they didn't find anyone. Apparently, Fuyuhiko and Mikan were only separate for a short time. Hiyoko was distraught because her kimono was disheveled and she was unable to tie it on her own. That's when Sonya apparently told her about the full-length mirror in the music venue storage room. Invitation ticket prepared by Monokuma. 1 ticket was passed out per person, and the date it was passed out is printed on the ticket. Monomine tote bag that was sold at the time of the movie theater. It is a limited item because only 1 person can buy it. Apparently, you get another bag for free when you purchase it. I think there was some shenanigans happening because of that. Stop it! Get some help! Movie, there were a total of 3 deaths in the movie. Monomi Scarecrow died by hanging herself. Monomi Lion was pumped full of arrows. Monomi Tin Man died by getting chopped into metal pieces. Scares me. Okay, that's all we got?
That's it.
That's crazy. Am I ready?
You can see if you unlocked any skills. I don't think you did. I don't know how you've never unlocked any skills.
I'm
you
trying.
have 36 skill points, but no skills.
I'm not
Scroll
good enough.
on down. Let's see. That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
You've like never hung out with anyone. No, you definitely hung out with some people twice, so I don't understand why that hasn't happened.
We're gonna hang out with Gundam a lot. I'm gonna pick my babies, and I'm gonna hang out with only my children. I guess I'm ready. Like, in the literal sense, but not in an emotional sense. Alright. I always feel bad because we can't riff as much during the trials.
Yeah.
Of the class trial.
Oh, gosh.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the Blackened. And that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh boy.
Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already.
Well, I was gonna skip it, but
You
I don't
didn't
mind
skip
starting
it
the
for some
trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
I don't know what's going on because I was sick the whole time.
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
I really like that sprite
It's a good sprite.
lot.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
No, we need to explain it to them.
Empty's head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Empty your head, the more dreams. That's
Head empty,
that-
only dreams.
only dreams. That's why I got so many things I'm trying to do.
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Make the
Again.
comic now.
Let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened.
Curious what happened.
Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms.
Nothing else happened.
We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story. And then what did you do, Hajime?
What
Why are you...
happened next,
I tried to
Hajime?
stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling.
Just noticed something.
What's that?
There's a light on.
There's a light on.
There's a light on. But that's not accurate. Because it should have just been the candle.
Hmm.
Oh, no! No, 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 no! No, I don't like this. I don't like this because this confirms my suspicion. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Did I even say it? Did I even say it on the last episode? I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. It's fine. I'm scared.
I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
I love Fuyuhiko now. I don't know, like, it's just, it's...
After I
They endeared me to him.
Yeah, it worked.
counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Don't.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag.
I feel like Mikan's a little bit of a flirt. Like, I don't think she realizes it.
She
But
doesn't.
I think she is unintentionally.
So I immediately led them to the music
door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door.
It was open when I went
When
to
you
go
went
check
there,
it out.
it was open.
And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's.
There's a lot of stuff
There's
going
a lot
on.
going on.
There's a lot of moving pieces right now.
And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Oh, this man. What?
I forgot about this.
Right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
But I'm not, because I'm the main character.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Well,
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
look at this! Look at this movie ticket! It's just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it, I should have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. It's not me because look at my ticket. I've been to the movies. Movie invitation ticket.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
I have this thing. You even told me to keep it.
Idiot.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Well, duh.
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
I'm just harassing
I'm just
you guys.
playing around.
Just beefing around.
Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time.
I remember where the beefing around reference is from.
Yeah.
I just remembered it.
Did you watch that episode?
No.
No?
No, it took me a second. I was like, I made that reference recently and I didn't know what it was from. And then I stopped and I thought about it. I was like, oh yeah!
Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
I just wanted to test him. I just wanted to see if he remembered.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Why'd you do that?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
I'm just trying to help.
It also provides a good warm-up.
You're gonna need it, little bitch boy.
This isn't a game, you know.
This isn't some sort of video game.
Don't get
What do you think
mad.
this is?
I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, Then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
I'm so scared because I love all these characters.
Uh-huh.
All of these. There's not a like. I'm thinking about it, and I don't think there's a single one of these characters that I don't love in some way.
You are correct.
This is gonna suck.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Please tell me they were. Please tell me they were off on a romantic dinner.
What the hell? Why is it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
Very fortunate there's so few of us right now. It makes this very easy.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Thanks!
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
You could obviously think so, but is that really it? Oh, if only there was something like maybe a curtain that somebody could hide behind. Wait, what did the glue have to do with
inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay, so it was just that somebody broke the thing and threw it on there. Just broke a random drumstick because it was glued together.
The killer was still
just
inside
have
the
to
music
figure out.
venue. By
Just
locking
figure out
the
where to
door
put it.
from the inside.
There!
No, that's
Wait a
wrong.
minute.
Aha! But wait!
Red herring!
Wait a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
I think it's like glue. Gummy!
I see.
Fruit gummy.
Semi-transparent glob. Must
Not
have been
again!
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a
Ooh, it
firm,
tasted like-
gel-like chewiness,
Tasted glue before.
and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
It's not.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
It was like so easy that even you found it.
It was
Wow.
so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose?
Smart.
Then
Smart.
I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Oh no!
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
What?
So,
Anyway.
10 minutes Hajime left the venue. The killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime
What's
was
that
away
mean?
from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Yep.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
This man's saying everything I'm thinking about.
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
Oh my gosh, was she tied up and they wrapped the wrapping paper around?
What?
Oh my gosh!
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
The music venue?
What?
I should be able to figure out what it is.
What
No!
is it? What is? Are you ready?
Wallpaper!
Hooray! Thank goodness for the improved Hangman's Gambit. Get rid of the question. Thank you. It's not like it would have hurt anything. It's not like you would have had. It might have increased the difficulty. Uh-oh.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Ah! Ah!
At least it's a little more entertaining now. Oh.
I need to eat. Eat. Eat.
There's an E. Finish this.
Yuck.
Thank goodness.
At least it speeds up a little bit at the end.
It does. It does.
I would rather it be sort of complicated than just like slow and arduous.
Slow and boring and just like, oh.
In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper, see? It fits perfectly.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
Yes, it does.
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
Hajime, why don't you do it?
But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Mikan's always like, do I have to stand next to it?
Can I leave? Can I switch seats?
Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body? Trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Zoop. Am I? Oh.
No, now we can do the
thank
fun
goodness.
one.
I
Logic
forgot,
dive.
I forgot how to do logic dive.
You just drive and jump, and when the questions come up, you answer them.
What is my? Okay, yeah.
Watch out! And then there's the speed up button. Oh,
I missed.
you failed. Watch out for obstacles.
Tony Hawk with my magic bones. Why did I choose to go through that way?
For style points.
Okay.
Now when you come out of the logic dive, everyone will be like, "Wow, Hajime, you're
Wow.
so cool." Oh, Hajime, your style points are going down. Up, they're going back up. Up, they're going back down.
I'm sorry. I go through the.
You don't get many style points for going through slowly.
Do I actually get style points?
No. You get?
No.
Did you answer the question right or not?
Why did Hyoko appear at the crime scene? It was hidden. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yup! Speed! Oh gosh, I did Naruto!
It's just snowboarding. Naruto has never been on a snowboard.
What the? What? It killed
and
me.
Hajime died.
Hajime fucking died.
This is like
Go.
I do love the logic dive. What did the killer use to hide the body? It's just always weird to me that like murder mystery, snowboards section.
Yeah.
Just, here's a mini game.
We have to make it a video game. Ah! I didn't like that.
But at least this mini game is fun.
That's true. At least it's not Hangman's Gambit.
At least, excuse me, it's the improved.
Sorry,
Hangman's
at least
Gambit.
it's not improved Hangman's Gambit.
You did it. You solved the clues out.
Just like in Sonic when I run.
Just like in Sonic.
It was hidden. The wallpaper. They covered the pillar. All of these things.
got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
And I didn't even think of that. I was like, I don't know what this means.
It would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when
We didn't notice
discovered
it.
Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, it totally.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on it.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
When she
Good
went
point.
last night.
And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Monami didn't watch the movie so that we can explain it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
That's defamement. Or, I don't
You're
know.
pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Ew!
Eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
I never eated them.
They're not for eating, they're just for looking through. I don't know what that's from, but our
That's
fathers.
yeah, that's a very old reference.
Oh.
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Using imitated two victims because they liked movies. Mix up the killing order?
You must choose.
I'm gonna try. I think it's to let their accomplice escape. Or to mix up the killing order. So I'm gonna try killing order first and we'll see.
I see.
Oh,
You
okay.
good.
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'm not.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
Why are you Gundam? What's up with you?
Jerk!
No!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
Because you don't have a gamer brain like me, right?
And even
You're not.
impossible.
Gundam, I'm gonna say this. You're not being very poggers right now.
No!
You are not my little Pog-chan. I want you to think about that.
Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the silk's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
I'm not confused.
Man, he's being annoying again.
Leave me alone.
First and
trying his best.
foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Gundam, do not call her low class.
Doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
She's been talking circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hyoko was killed. Now, she was standing in blood, but it looked... Yeah. Blood on souls. Shit.
When Hyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Okay, I just
Did
gotta
you
wait
see
for the
her
right
walking?
weak point to show up, sir.
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that.
Yes! She's my wife now, Kazuichi.
Someone said Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
Ibuki did it.
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye.
He's back.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean
That's a
you
good
have a
line.
rebuttal?
Yeah.
I like that.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line.
It's a good...
Oh. Oh.
We are too locked into our
I
characters.
didn't know. I forgot.
This has happened more than once, to the point that it is frightening to me.
I
That we
cannot-
have just like got...
It hasn't happened to me yet.
I know!
Wait,
And-
has it?
No, I don't think so.
Might have.
Oh, and I'm so glad it was your boy.
Me too.
Are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
I want to have a passion and a zeal for life like Gundam has.
I need to love something as much as Gundam loves animals.
Oh gosh, this is the problem. Is I need to slice while I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, look through these while you're
Scrap
while you're
the thick
here.
paper.
Ibuki's feet belong to Hyoko. Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about 1 minute. Did you see a nice nightmare?
Wait. Okay, so blood. Oh, yeah, okay. I had to find...
Blood on Ibuki's feet belongs. Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Oh, shoot! It was stepladder.
Step on blood that was never there. Just about 1 minute. Did you see a nice
Just find your sword now.
Just a stepladder again. Sorry, hold on. Give me a second, everybody.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hyoko? Ha! Impossible.
Also,
Try to remember the crime scene. You can't step on blood that was never there. Damn it! You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet. Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. You can't step on blood that was
this
never
is
there.
This is hard. You have to think and do at the same time.
See a nice nightmare.
Danger.
Okay. I'm just going to get to... There's no blood on the floor, so it's
There's
the smudge
no-
on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
You did it.
Gosh. I'm going to cut all that out because
yeah.
that was embarrassing. It's like, I'm just like, I gotta cut it.
The killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do, Gundam.
Yes, I do.
Hold my hand. Come here. I don't think you did anything.
There's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe that heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yup. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now.
Okay, I was wrong.
Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then,
I will
let's
not have
resume
my
our
sons
debate.
fighting.
No.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Wait a minute. I'm here to cause problems.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
What?
Same as always, you have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blackened to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's dead, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
And then...
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means...
There's somebody else.
No doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, just what was that video Hajime saw?
Yeah, I've been wondering about that.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
Oh, she was gullible.
I don't know anything about
Not
that.
gullible, but like, no, it was gullible, wasn't it? That
yeah,
was
that's
her. That was
basically
her
it, yeah.
specific strain of it.
Say it all proud.
What do killer did something. So maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music video a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
That's too quick. That's too quick because you couldn't have prepared the pillar in that quick of a time.
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Oof. I don't know.
It's hard. I don't have a lot to say during these parts because
Yeah.
it's like I can't.
Sonya's account, surveillance monitor video, Fuyuhiko's account, Mikan's account. Gosh, I can't remember what everybody said.
What everybody's accounts are.
People like me and Akane, right?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Okay, so I either have to agree with Fuyuhiko before and during the morning announcement. Okay, so all I had was agree with Fuyuhiko or dispute. I'm just gonna agree with Fuyuhiko.
What are you going to agree with me?
Well, I was just gonna use his account to agree with him. What was the other one I had? I could dispute Kazuichi.
I think Kazuichi and Sonya, and Nagito has one right at the beginning.
Okay.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Oh, I know what it is.
Okay.
Person who doesn't have an alibi for no, that's not right. I was gonna say who doesn't have an alibi because I was gonna use the movie tickets, but I don't think that's right. Doesn't have an alibi.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement,
I don't know, dude.
I was totally sleeping.
Let
in
me
my
try
motel room.
agreeing with Fuyuhiko. I know it's
yeah,
probably
just go ahead
Everyone
and
at
try
the
that.
motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Nope. What? You say it was... We were sleeping in our cottages, right? That's not an alibi since there's no here to back it up, right?
Crap!
Okay. So wait a minute. So, I need to...
What, okay, whose accounts do you have? And what do their accounts say?
Okay, Sonya...
Sonya's account was about how, like, her talking to Hiyoko, but...
Yes. What did Kazuichi say?
Did Kazuichi give an account?
I don't think so. Mikon has an account.
Mikon's account.
Mikon's account says that she was at the cottage with me.
Uh-huh.
She went to go get me before the morning announcement because Nagito was doing better.
Uh-huh.
And then we went back, and then she went to go sleep, and then she realized that people were missing. Mm-hmm. Was it just Ibuki that was missing, or was it...
She said Ibuki was missing.
Okay. Where does that go, though?
What does that line up with what people are saying?
The only thing it really, well, it doesn't, because I would have to disagree with the thing for, basically...
What is that, her testimony basically says that you and her were together right up until the morning announcement. So you two have an alibi.
Okay, I understand.
What that's trying to say.
Exclude the sick people like me
So
and Akane, right?
somebody,
And
so
what about the others?
no one has an alibi right there at the end.
Is it circle the fast
I was
forward?
totally
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah,
So everyone
okay.
who's what about you guys? I was where I was supposed. That's not.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi,
No, ma'am.
I do.
I figured it out. It took me a minute, but I figured it out. I used my gamer brain.
Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikon and I both have alibis.
you two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikon and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
He looks angry, but he sounds...
We fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Oh. It's fine.
It's fun.
The music stopped.
Too much info.
It's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was? Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Reason? That's the case. We're still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us? So then, what kind of trap is it?
Time for an intermission.
I don't remember if we get to... Oh.
I think I'm supposed to read this.
Yeah.
Why hello there, mon ami. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it! Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls! I thought they said mothballs.
No.
And here's some chance time.
Oh gosh. What? What's that?
Everybody loves Mario Party. Now then, mon ami's appeal time starts now.
Huh? Appeal time?
Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor.
Like Zuko?
Good luck. Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss.
Wow, okay. That's 99% your fault.
While you were whining, your time's already running out. So please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so.
That's That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal.
Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandising opportunities headed your way.
Whoa! You really think someone would buy merchandise of me?
Merchandising.
Then-
That's my impression of Monokuma doing my impression of yogurt from Spaceballs.
Oh, I thought it was Meowth.
It does sound like Meowth.
Then, I'm Usami, magical miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty bitty girl who's sweet like milk.
Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
Oh. Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. I'm so confused.
Anyway.
That was fun. Let's
Save
save
the
the game.
Save
Here.
there.
Yes. Here we go. Resume.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation.
These are so strange to me.
Yeah.
Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No, this definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this.
Okay.
Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
She stopped saying regularly. She's like, I'll say a different word now.
Okay, we have to figure something out. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist?
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That's what I'm saying.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Oh man.
Dang it.
Stupid rules.
Shut up already! Shut up forever!
Okay.
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Kind of, but not really.
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right? But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Hyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
I know.
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Look at one on his hand, just...
I don't know which one that is, but he's my favorite.
I wish I knew their names better. I should know them better, but
I feel like it was Jumpy.
is that Jumpy?
I think
It's
so.
Probably.
Because he was the one who went and got the little scrap of paper, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Hyoko went in the music venue. It's the key to all this. Find that out, no matter the cost. I know what it is!
What could it be?
Scrap of thick paper. The wizard. Motel room key. AC temperature. What is it reminding me?
Why did Shoko go to the music venue? There's no way he'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, it's not agreed.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
She was guided by the will causality.
I think she went of her own free will, but I don't know what I think.
How do you prove that?
Why did Shoko go to the music venue? There's no way he'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's maybe she got abducted.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
I agree with that.
Okay. So I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
You got it. You got it.
It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Yoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Kyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
Normal?
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't move.
No.
No, you are wrong.
Are you saying my gut was wrong? This will be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
I love her.
She's very good.
Okay, hold on. Step ladder, candle, smudge on the floor, Mikon's account, surveillance, monitoring, food, Sonya's account. Sonya's account. Let me get my...
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room. Forcibly abducted her! The girl is so small and weak-looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
I can't back down!
Mash!
Ah! No!
You
She's
can
too
mash
strong!
good enough.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room. Forcibly abducted her! The girl is so small and weak-looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
But Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
Oh.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
Allow me to cut through those
You've done it.
Incorrect, ma'am. That's how I do it every time.
Yes.
That's how it
every
goes.
time.
Every
First try,
single time.
Every time.
Perfect. I never mess up, and I always get it done perfectly.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Yoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono.
I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
We're not gonna do that.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
Kazuichi?
What did we talk about?
What did we talk about, bro? Say it.
We respect women.
Yes.
We respect women.
We respect women. Oh no.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense.
Oh, dang!
Oh!
Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Oh.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
Don't! Don't, Gundam! You'll kill him!
What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
I watched.
Look at his hamsters are laughing at you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it.
Anyway.
Why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
But we've already established that she wasn't that she was killed first.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed a hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
killed Hiyoko.
Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
Killer's plan from the beginning. I'm pretty sure we're very, very close. He still ain't said nothing.
Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet? Oh, am I allowed to speak? Oh, I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers.
I don't know if the first one picked up.
I think it did. But...
So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Really?
Really?
That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
Strange. It's very strange.
Strange? What's strange?
Yeah, I've been wondering about that. I'm like, because the way that she stepped on it is just too perfect. It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints, there's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just as Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. Why weren't there any footprints on the...
I can prove it with this.
Okay!
If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
You noticed such a small detail. How amazing. This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate.
What are you talking about? You're obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Nagito Komeda, you are definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
Look how happy he is.
No.
I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
I didn't even think about the fact that Mikon went upstairs to the room to sleep in.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
Yeah? Oh no!
So there was something
I had it wrong a little bit.
video. Hmm?
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery is contained in that video, whether or not we can reach the hidden truth. It's all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands. As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
There's some hidden clue in that video. I should have seen something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. I'm the only one who actually saw the video. So I'm the only one who can do it.
What is it?
The hanging video that I saw. Based on everything I know about the debate so far, should be able to figure out what's strange.
Here!
You did it!
There's no blood!
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Easy.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That
scared.
is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. The stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue.
What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right?
Secondary location, boy.
That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
What are you two talking about?
Stepladder is the only thing. Jackie said the stepladder was a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between that video and actually seeing the crime. It's the thing, the place the killer did something.
Hooray!
Oh my gosh! What's the difference between the video I saw? The murder scene? Whoop! The crime,
I don't remember!
We're gonna try all of them.
It just keeps shooting things. No? We'll try it. Thank you. That's right. You can do it.
Filming
Huh?
location.
Thank you. That was bothering me.
Oops.
That's fine. You got your eye. Shoot it off the screen. Getting good at it.
Oh shoot!
Ooh. You did it! So improved. Just like the Hangman's Gambit.
Oh.
You have so much health. It's like... There's one.
Oh shoot!
Well, there's another one. Holy moly. This is...
Gosh! I need an eye!
You did it!
Okay, I hate Hangman's Gambit to start, but when I can get in a groove and I can move,
it's not. I mean, I do hate it. I do hate it, but it is improved.
I'm scared because it's one of two things, and I don't know which one I'm.
Which one's worse for you, or which one you like better?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Ugh.
I mean, the video I saw
I
was
think
not
Chiaki has been too helpful for it to be her. Like, she wouldn't say, like, oh, look, isn't it weird up here that there's this big blackout curtain? Isn't that crazy?
It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor's supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
The only person who was up and around and doing stuff this morning. She was up all night. I'm scared. In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else. They smashed it. Don't you make me do another— oh, thank God. It's just Logic Dive.
They love to give you a Logic Dive right after Hangman's Gambit.
Alright, you survived the Hangman's Gambit. Now, would you like to play a
here's your
fun game?
reward.
Here's your present. Good job.
Ah! Those are holes.
I wasn't thinking about it. I was just like, huh? Yeah, cool. Pretty.
Logic dive.
Wow.
I love the logic dive.
Tony Hawk. Which part of the surveillance camera unit did the monitor? Both. Both? It was only the red one.
You almost made the jump though.
That would have been crazy.
That would be crazy if you got the wrong answer but still made the jump.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because they wouldn't need to see me. And then they put they smashed the... Ah! I was thinking!
It's not fair, man.
Okay, I understand. So they took the camera. Oh, skateboard! I want to learn how to skateboard. I got a skateboard. I need to put some trucks on.
It's like you feel like you're just right there at the edge.
Question 2. Okay. Killer tampered with the camera at the music venue or the hospital. The camera tampered with it at the hospital because they took it to the hospital.
No!
No! They stole it!
They stole it.
You stole fizzy lifting drink. You lose.
Keep playing.
Keep playing the game.
Whee!
Don't pretend you're in Willy Wonka.
Now, if you want to be real cool, you can jump to the other.
Abso-fucking-lutely not. Woo! Woo! Ah! What?
You definitely made that. You were definitely fine.
Logic dive is fun.
It is fun.
What did the killer do with the camera from the music venue surveillance camera unit? They took it with them? Yeah, they took the camera. They took it. They took the camera.
They took the camera. They stole it.
They stole fizzy lifting drink.
You've done it.
I did it. I accomplished the task.
Book it with them.
Ook it.
Thank you.
Ook. Monkey said ook. I wanted to go see Monkey.
There are no monkeys.
No!
Killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
That's
Then
clever.
only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyogo's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
I was thinking about other things.
There's a lot on my
True,
mind.
but in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
Destroyed it. Painted over it.
They flipped it over. If they won't notice if it's upside down, they'll just think they forgot what it looks like.
As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not.
I mean,
My
maybe.
attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
I need these two to be boys, a la Mondo and Taka.
Uh-huh.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, range would have been pretty interesting. If that's the case, where was the video filmed to make it look like it was filmed with music? The only possibility is that place inside that building. No!
Get back in there!
No! Please! What is it called? The conference room.
Yeah! Do it again!
I want to just be able to save letters.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, if you could just like keep them on screen for a little while, just.
I mean, I could.
So
I
while you
have
just wait forever for them to have an O.
There it is. Ah!
That's okay. Here's another one.
Look at that sound. Boy! I love Hangman's Gambit improved.
Good old improved Hangman's Gambit.
I love video games.
I love video games.
I need an N. Can I get an N, please? Can I get an N, please? Can I get an N?
There's one.
How do you spell conference? We're just gonna wait.
I'm so scared to answer that question. I don't think it's conference, so.
I think it's an E.
Here's an E. Look at the skills.
Give me an N. Oh!
Could it be?
You did it! Shit! No! Come on, give me that C. I cannot believe I...
Let's all just pretend that she shot the C and it worked out and it was very...
Pretend that I had an epic gamer moment.
Look, oh wow, what an epic gamer moment!
Gamers! Let's go, gamers!
Now it's starting to get fast.
Ah!
Your R!
Oh, my O went away. Rune!
Conference rune! No. You've done it!
Woo! I can spell! Did it! I did it! Did it!
It was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Nobody was there.
Conference room? But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
Did some work. What the work was. Don't make... Oh, thank goodness. I was like, please don't put me back in there.
Don't.
Curtain.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming locations. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
I'm not pretty
Just let me argue with that.
I think it's that they made... I think the implication is that they made the music venue look like the conference room, correct?
Okay, yeah.
There's no way and the music venue.
Which place resembled? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Oh, it's the opposite.
There you go. I had to tell you that you missed.
No, if I had hit it and it was wrong, he would have been like, you idiot.
You fool.
Make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain, but after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Hey.
Well, your face looks stupid.
That is such a little sister thing to say.
Done it.
So the music
Anyway.
would look like a conference room?
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor match.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
Yeah, I'm not an
But
idiot.
that's not
Take it
all.
back.
There's something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Music venue look like the conference room. It's gotta be that. The candle.
I can prove it with this. You're referring to the candle in the music video, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. If you think about it, it's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means, are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime.
Hmm.
You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime, it's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard Bayside cops that say that before, but it's
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
video was filmed at the conference room, but Ibuki's body was at the music venue. There's fake somewhere. Fake must have been.
I see!
This one wasn't
Aha.
real.
The person wearing the head
Something
bag in that
is not
video wasn't
real.
Ibuki.
Something is not as it seems.
It was the killer.
I'm piecing
pretending
things
to be Ibuki.
together, and I don't like the picture it makes. I want the picture to go
The
away.
killer killed the hospital
Turn it
man,
off.
wore a head
Change
bag
the
on that
channel.
and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
It's impossible for me to reach Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. The one who set the
But
trap
why
for me
did the
was...
killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. If I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Trying to get an alibi.
Indeed. Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
I think so. There's only. I should have already known who the killer is.
Here we go.
Oh no!